I feel really good about where we are today with women. Of course, we have a lot more to do, but one thing, and I think Professor Larson may have touched on this, but there's a lot more awareness of some of the inequity and lack of access. Like I just, as part of my fellowship, uh, they had think tanks, and last year, uh, or this year, I was invited to speak at the think tank on gender equity and equality. And so we talked a lot about unconscious bias. And yeah, I mean, everybody has biases. We all do. And actually, you can go online and take your unconscious bias test. But I think it's great that we're talking about it, and that it's come more into the forefront. Or I'm also a big fan of neuroscience. It's a little hobby of mine to read about neuroscience, but cognitively, how do we make decisions? Usually, we work with information that's most recent because our cognitive brain has limited capacity, right? And so, people are talking more about some of these, I guess, neurological or scientific means that affect our behavior, uh, and and so I feel positive about that because it's not this kind of squishy, soft, weird thing. It's actually science. And I love that it's being framed as science, because it takes it out of the emotional, and makes it a more data driven dialogue. I think the other challenge is that everything moves so fast and it's so distributed. When I came into IBM, I went to a training program. I had a pretty clear career ladder. I knew what I was going to do next. Um, but I have a 25-year-old daughter, and I sense with her that there's so many options. It can be difficult to navigate. And so I would say that in that case, reach out more to people who have experience to help you navigate, because structurally, uh, for my industry, the tech industry, the navigation is not structural anymore like it was when I started. So the network has to help you create the structural navigation. And so, those are really my two things. This whole issue of, differences, I think, is being addressed with more science. There's more to come there. Keep yourself up to date on that. And then really leverage your network, like Juliet said, to bring some of the structure back into very ambiguous, challenging situations.